Hello, everyone. I'm happy to be with you by now. My name is Brown Niyonsaba. I am from Rwanda, Kigali. I'm a deaf. I was born hearing, but I got sick and I became deaf when I was 1 year old. I also have a sister who is a deaf. I went to school in normal primary school. I continued in high school with hearing other students. I continued in university. It wasn't easy. It was struggles. I was learning without interpreters. For sure, it wasn't easy. But I tried my best, and I'm happy that I was able to graduate from, but now I'm now having bachelor's degree in information technology. And I want to pursue my studies, if possible, doing my master's degree in public health so that I can help deaf people to get health services. That's my wish. Imagine a young deaf person who has many challenges. That's what I was seeing. Many deaf people don't have education at all. It's a big challenge in our country. Let me tell you one story of a deaf. It's a true story. She's a deaf. She lives in the community that I was working in. She's 19 years old. She got raped more than 3 times. She's now having 2 babies with different dads. She's from rural area. She didn't go to school. She's from a poor family. Those are the struggles that I was looking at, and I felt pain. That's the reason why I joined VSO as volunteer, so that I can work to make sure that those people get sexual reproductive health services and family planning. Not only sexual reproductive health services and family planning, but inclusive sexual reproductive health services and family planning. That's where I joined Imbere Heza project, which is Bright Future in English, with VSO Rwanda. We had many challenges as deaf people. First of all, many deaf people didn't have national identity cards. Without identity cards, you can't get medical insurance in Rwanda. It becomes a challenge to access health centers. Another challenge, many deaf people didn't access sexual reproductive health information and family planning services. Many deaf people are getting pregnant. They are teen mothers because of lack of information on SRHR and family planning. Another challenge, when they try to go at hospital, it's hard to get those services because there is no communication at all. And remember, many of them didn't go to school. They are in their home, they are being discriminated, their parents don't know sign language, they don't know how to teach them. And we get many information from our parents, from hospitals, from community health workers, but no one can talk to a deaf person because they don't know sign language. Some of them were going at hospital, then they get communication barrier. They can't communicate with a health service provider and decided to never go there because they are not getting something at all. And sometimes when we want to go at hospitals, we have to use interpreters. And remember, medical issues are private. So when I go with interpreter, there is no privacy. Issues about family planning and sexual reproductive health, there should be confidentiality. But when I'm not with health service provider only, there is a third person, it's an issue. And many health centers don't even have those interpreters. So when a deaf person was going there, it was a challenge. They end up by being treated not the way they wanted. Then they decide to never go there. After seeing all of those challenges, we tried to come up with solutions. What did we do? First of all, we trained deaf people to get knowledge on sexual reproductive health information and family planning methods. We tried our best to show them in different ways to know all of those information. For example, a deaf person who didn't go at school, who didn't have any education at all, we tried to use drawings, pictures, videos, so that they can get something in our trainings. And after training, they got information on sexual reproductive health and family planning. The other thing we did, we trained nurses on basic sign language. If a deaf person wishes to go to the hospital, they can go without an intermediate person who is an interpreter. Then they have a direct communication between a deaf person and a nurse. We also trained community health workers who help them to get sexual reproductive health information and services in their community. With all those work, we tried to train 16,000 young people who are not only deaf. We tried to make sure that we bring all types of disability, blind people, people with physical disabilities, and other types. In those 16,000 people with disabilities, we trained 600 deaf people among them. And now they are getting sexual reproductive health information and family planning at health services. To reach those 100 young people who are deaf, we used 50 peer educators. We trained them, we equipped them, then they went back in community to train those other deaf people. We trained different nurses, 24 nurses, on basic sign language. We also trained other 87 nurses and community health workers so that they can help deaf people in community when they come at health posts, when they come at health service, to get information on sexual reproductive health and to get family methods they want as they wish. And currently, a deaf person can go at hospital and get family planning method he or she wants without being forced to use what the person doesn't want. And another thing, there is awareness in community. Local leaders, community health workers, they are aware that there are deaf people in the community. We also tried to train parents. Now parents are aware of the rights of children and young people with disabilities. Those people with disabilities, they are no longer discriminated as they used to be. And now, deaf people are really confident they can access services. Because of the challenges they were having, they couldn't go at hospital. And now they are proudly to go at hospital and get services as they want. I want to take this opportunity to thank UK Aid, which helped us to do all of this work. It wasn't easy, but we tried to do that. And I'm pretty sure that if we get different other ways or more funding, we will expand our work, because we just implemented the project in one district among other 30 districts in the country. And I'm pretty sure that other countries, other regions have such challenges. I thank you very much, and I thank you very much. I can't conclude without inviting you to visit VSO booth over there. You can pass by and visit us. And we also have a live stage tomorrow. So I want to invite you. We'll be happy to be with you. Thank you very much.
Can we put our hands together again? All right. I think that's an amazing story. I met Brown yesterday for the first time, and I was moved and inspired. I ended up even writing about her. I was really inspired by the work that she has done. So I guess I have a question. Maybe you guys might also have some questions. I know we all have a lot of questions about how she does what she does. I want to know, you said you were born hearing and then you became deaf, and you had to be moved from a school that had kids that were abled to a school that was specialized for differently abled children. So I want to know, what role do you think parents play in supporting differently abled children, and also ensuring that we have access to family planning and universal health access?
Thank you for the question. Families and parents play a big role to help children. Let me talk about deaf people. It's good when parents of a deaf child learn a bit of sign language so that they can communicate with the kid easily, because sign language, it's our mother tongue. And they have to understand that a child with disability is able, and we can achieve more if we get treated well.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I had one question. I don't know if anybody else has a question from the audience. I can take one question. Any question? Everything is clear? All right. Thank you so much. Our hands again. Wonderful.